Hello everybody, welcome back. It's me. I'm alive. So it's been a while since I've posted a video, and I have basically been living life, and we're gonna leave it at that. It's code for I'm not gonna tell you what I've been up to, but I have some developments. So recently, very recently, like a week ago, I canceled my Adobe subscription, and now I no longer have access to Premiere Pro or Photoshop. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I want a video to try out my editing software with. I want to try out my new editing software. So I didn't feel like paying a subscription service anymore for the video editing software and the photo editing software. So I was suggested DaVinci for the video editing software and Affinity for the photo editing software. So I've already messed around with Affinity a little bit. I was able to make some stuff that didn't require me to make a video to mess around with that. But I can't mess with DaVinci unless I make a video. So here I am making a video. I want to be clear about something as well. I am not returning to the Zelda project yet. I am not ready to return to the Zelda project yet. I don't know when I'll be ready to return to the Zelda project. It will just happen when it happens. So, yeah, also you probably noticed something different about this table here. So I got a new table. I'll show you before and after screenshots. And as you can see, hopefully the new table looks a lot better. Well, actually, it just does look better. It's better all the way around, actually. But something I just thought about. So I was looking at like my before photo, and something I realized was I had left my bag with my sticky notes that have my login information on it in the photo. I didn't move it, so I'm gonna have to censor that out. And also, I have my pencil sharpener in there, but I don't care that you see my pencil sharpener. What I care about is you seeing the sticky notes, even though I think you probably already understood that. So, yeah, but I got a new table. You could see part of it right here. I still have the lamp. It just barely fits. There's like that much space. You see that? No, you can't really see that. You can't really see that at all. It kind of just looks like it's touching the wall from your angle, but there's like this much space between the table and the wall. It's like about that much. So, yeah. Now, something else I can show off. I actually did this back in first month of June, I think it was. Now, let me go back. Yeah, first month of June, I made new channel banners. Now, these were made in Photoshop, and I'll go ahead and show these off now. I'm sure post-production me has them on the screen already. And I think they look a lot better, especially the VODS one. I think that looks a lot better. It just, I think overall they just look a little bit better. Even though like the main channel ones, like it was simple beforehand and it was simple afterwards. I think it just looks, slightly better, at least in my opinion. So yeah, now I have more graphics that I can show off to you, and the rest of this stuff I've made in Affinity. So yeah, we can show off the new profile picture scene. There you go. There it is. Uh, it looks actually no, it does look significantly different because the other one, my profile picture was in the middle and it was taking up like a large portion of the screen. Then I had my Twitch link on the side. Then I had my name on the other side. I made this one because it just lines up better with the other ones that I have because I feel like my profile picture scene just color wise it didn't line up. So that's why I made this one. I think it turned out pretty good. And I didn't feel like putting the self promo on the new one. So yeah. Let's see. Thumbnails. I've also made some thumbnails. So I went ahead and I made the rest of the stream VOD slash live stream thumbnails for the Zelda games. Because since they're all going to be the same, which is just like text on the screen, it's going to be the text, and then it's going to be a solid color background, and then maybe the logo for the console is going to be on there. That's what like all of the thumbnails for the stream bots and the streams are going to be. So I just went ahead and made the rest of those, and I also went ahead and made the rest of the review thumbnails for the Zelda games, which is literally the same thing as the stream thumbnails, but with MRZ reviews on the thumbnail. So I went ahead and made the rest of those. And something else I had to download, a lot of other stuff I had to download in order to make those thumbnails was I went ahead and also downloaded PNGs of all of the text that I went ahead and downloaded PNGs of all of the Zelda text for each game that I'm going to play. And I've also downloaded the covers for each Zelda game that I'm going to play. I downloaded all of the text, or nearly all the text, off of Steam Grid DB. There was a few that they weren't large enough, so I had to basically just go to Google Images and look for a larger one. That way it wouldn't be blurry when I made it bigger. But most of them I was able to download off of Steam Grid DB, and then the covers I downloaded almost all of them off of Game FAQs, or maybe it's pronounced Game Facts. I'm not sure. Although I think it's pronounced Game FAQs, at least that's how I read it. The only one I wasn't able to download off of there was Twilight Princess because they don't have it. I mean, they have like a few, but they didn't have the one I was looking for. So I had to download that off of Steam Grid DB, which is fine. So, yeah. And I think that's about all the graphics stuff I have to show off. Obviously, since I switched photo editing software, I had to remake my templates because Photoshop files don't work with Affinity. I tried it already and it doesn't work. So I remade them. The good news is that my thumbnails are like super simple anyways. So my templates were also pretty simple and it didn't take very long to remake them. So that's all good. It's all good. They're all remade. It's all good. Now, I think that's about all the graphic stuff I have. Oh wait, no, wait. I have one more graphic thing to show off. Hang on. Let me disable that. I made a new face cam border. It's very slight. It's a whole two differences. So I changed the shade of blue on the face cam border to the shade of blue that I've been using for all my other text, all the other backgrounds. So like this blue background that you see right here, that shade of blue is being used for this face cam border because originally they weren't the same shade of blue. Although if this shade doesn't work out, I can make it brighter, or I could just go back to the other shade of blue I was using. And also, I bolded the text and put a black background on it on my name because, so there was like one day where I was messing around with the face cam border in Photoshop and I realized that the fill-ins for the text was not it wasn't done well because all I did was just open the stroke setting and set it to like 10, and then that was it. But once I zoomed in, I was like, man, this looks awful when you zoom in on it. So then I got like really paranoid about that detail, even though I don't think most of you noticed and most of you probably didn't care anyways. So I just put a black background on it, and I think it makes it more readable anyways. So yeah, cool. That's it. So I think now that's all the graphics I have to show off. Don't know what post production me is going to decide to make for is going to decide to show which thumbnails I'm going to show. Oh, I hit my glasses on my mic. Which thumbnails post production me is going to show. But that's that. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is some audio stuff. I just kind of wanted to show off the audio stuff just because. So yeah, we can go ahead and do that. There we go. And then let me bring this right here. Yeah, let me just turn the face cam off because it's going to look really strange if we keep seeing myself on here. So, boom, and then we're going to change it to that because it's going to look very weird. It already looks super weird, but it's whatever. So, what I wanted to show you was I wanted to show off some of the filters that I'm using for my microphone. So, I actually added this recently, the noise gate, which will hopefully reduce some of the background noise at least a little bit. And I also added this recently as well because I didn't know if it didn't sound like RNN noise by itself was doing the job. So I added this. And then I have RNN noise, which I've had for a year, I think. I really don't remember. And TDR Nova, which I've also had for a year, I think. I don't remember. But this is my de-esser, and I just go ahead and show you this. So basically, uh, with this graph, this visual graph here, I basically just looked at where my S's peak the most and just moved that knob on top of it and just pulled it down a good bit. And I was like, that sounds a lot better. So I'll go ahead and give you an example. So the slithering, slimy, soily, slippery snake slithered through the grass, right? So you can see that the S's sound like a pretty loud, and they were loud before I added this, and then after I added this, you can see the difference, right? It's like it's not nearly as loud, and it's not nearly as annoying. Anyways, this thing's great. I love that. So yeah, that's the filters I have for the microphone. And I also, this was also something I added. I think it's probably only been like maybe 10 months since I've added auto ducking. Sorry, ducking. Nice. Something I had a realization about with this today while I was looking at it was that I didn't set a source right here. I don't know how long that's been the case for. I thought I set a source for it when I set this up, but I guess I didn't. So I feel really dumb for not setting a source for that. I mean, I had this thing set up for like, I think months, and the auto decking just wasn't doing anything. The auto ducking wasn't doing anything. I don't even know how I missed it again. Because I thought I set a source to it when I was setting it up, but apparently I didn't. So whatever. That should be working now though, hopefully. I'm gonna move this back over here, and I'm also gonna close my de-esser so I don't screw that up. But I think that's about all I have to share for now. I might make another video showing off all the hard copy games that I bought since December 2023. It's not a guarantee though. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.